Mankind got reworked, but is Mr. Socko worth taking up beyond this month? Let's chat. What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and this is a look at Mankind as of December 9th, 2025. Mr. Socko got the rework treatment for the month, and I'm going to kind of see how we like him. So if you didn't know, since this is kind of the breakdown format, Mankind is an Attitude Era chaotic technician. He's got links with the Corporation and the Rock and Sock and WrestleMania 22, which does nothing apparently, so why have it? And he does have gears. He's got a Santa gear, and he's got a he's got his normal gear and he's got Santa gear, basically. The Santa gear is that moves that generate green gems will generate 3 more gems. That's going to come into play on one of the movesets I'm going to show you. And then he does have a few different moments. The Tribute to the Troops, which is a pretty available moment, is probably the best one. All color gems generated will generate 3 more, so add that to the green. All color gems do 100%, and all color moves do 200%. Also, Faction Boss botch gems do 400% if there's a botch Faction Boss, don't forget. Then the Stone Cold Beer Bath moment. Not a whole lot here. Multiply gems doesn't apply. Red doesn't apply. Yellow doesn't apply. Submission, maybe. Bleed, no. Moves that deal damage to 100%. So he almost is useless for this moment. I don't know. I'll take a look at the sub and just kind of see. But then the Hell in the Cell is fine for him, but it is just on tours. So you're going to generate 8 more all-color gems, but it's just on tours. So that is what it is, right? So there's his kind of setups for that. In terms of what we're going to look at, first moveset we're going to check out is going to be Purple Green Green, which, spoiler, the next one's going to be Purple Green Green too, but a different green. So it's a 1 MP two-handed bulldog. Deal damage, choose a 1x3 area to swap yellow, then deal damage and increase all your green MP by 6. Which will load the Mandible Claw. Deal damage, choose 5 columns to make into botch. It will not load the Running Knee Lift, though, so we'll talk about how we're going to get that done. Running Knee Lift finisher, deal damage plus bonus damage for every botch gem, and they've really increased this up a lot, actually. So on your entourage, if you've got him, Muscle Man Bray, botch gems do 75%, and green start with 2 more MP. So now you've got 3 green. Go here. Plus 6 is 9. You'll notice it still doesn't hit 10. So entourage-wise, you're either going to need to do Santa Hogan here or do the trick I'm going to show you for it. That is the 1x3 area to swap yellow, do the plate that's break yellow, get green, and then you're loaded up so that you can maximize the other things. So Wade Barrett's going to be your best one here. Botch Jim's 100%. Becky 100%. And then Steve, if you got him, botch gems do 60%. All said and done, that's 2,392,500 bonus damage per botch gem, and you're making 5 columns, which is 35 gems. Works out to over 80 million. So that's not bad at all. And that's before any bonuses or anything like that on it. Then you've got the strap. I would just use your best gem damage. Green damage here. I'll go ahead and set that up for our next move set. There we go. Green gem damage there's the better way to go. And then you go ahead and put this, the heavy machinery or machinations. Whenever you break 3 or more yellow, get 3 green. So that initial move that's 1 MP will now fully load your finisher with this setup as well. It's just one extra step to get there. I don't know why we didn't just do 1 more MP on something, but whatever, it's fine. And then if it works out, you've got the big Botchman plate. Whenever you make 30 or more botch gems, which you're going to make 35, increase all color gems damage by 300%. So that's a good place for your Botchman plate. Keep in mind, this is a hype level 0, so yours will hit harder. All right, we're going to go up against Zombie Sammy because we're not making trap gems. So life's good, right? Life's good. We don't have to worry about that. Anyway. And this is nice because you can see it exactly as it is with no tour perks, with nothing. This is how it will be in feud. So you're going to hit this. It does use a choose move, so that's nice. You can set it wherever you like, but I would just do it somewhere that it's least likely to cascade. But 3 is a very small cascade risk. And as you can see, now we're loaded. Now we choose 5 columns to make into botch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It really doesn't matter because you're not going to break any gems. There we go. Now we got 35 gems on the board. For when we get to the break green, there's 767 apiece. Your finisher then does 239, so it didn't impact anything else there. So it should be just over 83 million. Bam, right there. So not bad. 83 million on a reworked character is way better than what we've seen with like Eddie Guerrero 1 or 2. Lex Luger maybe could be better if you did some things, but really, yeah, way better than Rusev, way better than a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's the first moveset we're going to take a look at. We're going to then look at a little variation of that one here in a sec. Second move set is pretty much the same exact thing, except for we're switching out for the 10 MP double arm DDT. So same setup. Instead, though, we have a finisher that deals damage and then makes 45 random gems green, which with the gear, with the moments, with all that, it's going to make the whole board green, and then pin the opponent. And if the opponent's class is Powerhouse, increase your green gem damage by 150% for 1 turn. So that's an extra boost on top of that. So it's literally the same thing, same trainers, same plates, everything else from there. Just instead of the 80 million damage that we did for the botch gems per damage, now it's green gems being buffed and etc. So same setup. Looks like this side this time is the better way to go. Pop. Now we're loaded. Any 5 into botch, but in this case, kind of line them up. Actually, really, it doesn't matter, to be honest, again, because the whole board is going to turn green. So our green botch gems now are doing 767, so 768k per, and we're going to see we make 59 of them on that. So if you're against a Powerhouse, you would buff your green gem damage first. He's got 50-something million, and that was 50 million. So definitely not quite as good as the other setup on this, but it's still there. It still exists. I guess is a good way to look at it. Let me look at his other moves just real quick before I cut away, because I don't know that there's anything else that's like, oh man, I got to try that. Let's see, 5 to make green, which we already saw. Increase our purple MP by 5, which is just the sub. So 46 sub gems. Do 4 million damage for 4 turns, so maybe that's worth looking at the sub, especially with the other stuff. Yeah, we'll take a look at that real quick. Let me cut away and we'll come back. All right, so we'll take a look at the sub and kind of see how this does. That's really the last, I don't know, there's the bleed setup we'll take a look at, perhaps. I mean, it's literally just swapping in the bleed with the first move that we looked at. But I don't know, man. It's 700,000, so maybe we can get that up to something. But this way, yeah, we're doing the Tree of Woe, double axe handle, 6 MP purple, choose 5 gems to make into green. So that's going to theoretically help us fill the running knee lift, but it's definitely not enough to get there. And then you've got the seated rear chin lock sub, 46 sub gems, 4 turns, and then the remaining turn into botch. And then you already saw this finisher or this finisher. Either one of these is really kind of a pick your own adventure. I just kind of left it as green finisher up above there. I'll show you one plate if you run it with this one. Actually, let's just put this one on to start, and then we'll just kind of go from there, because we're not buffing the botch gems, so we'll do this one. So entourage-wise, you're going to want Woods to get your 4 MP. Sammy gives you 2 more purple plus 100% more on the sub. Logan Paul gives you 50% more on the sub and 1 more turn. And High Chief Peter does 50% more on the sub and 1 more turn. So all the way across the board, you're good on those. Yeah, you're good on those ones. And for the plates, This one does allow you to use the Glowing Fate or the All Heart. Either one of these will work out. This one is green gems by 100% for 2 turns. This one is green gems 200% for 2 turns. So whichever one of these you have, and then the Botchman plate, pretty much the same on it, because you're basically doing sub into botch at that point. So your botch gems are gonna hit harder. This is where the sub does kind of bring a little bit extra to it. So your Tribute to the Troops moment has all color. Where's the sub? Oh, is it just in Faction Boss? Maybe it's not this one at all then. All color moves that deal damage. So it's the Beer Bath moment. Yeah, all color subs do 200% more right here. And then all color bleed does 200% more on this one. So that's where we're going to see those two come into play. But yeah, let's just check it out, because I don't think this is going to be enough, but we'll look together, huh? See how it goes. So in order to get to this, you have 1, you're going to have another turn after the sub, so that's going to be 2. So you need to match 8, and you get 5. So it is a 3 and a 5 setup, if you can do it, basically. If you can do it, a 5 and a 3. You are going to probably cascade, which is fine, but yeah, we'll see. And then I'll do those ones. That way you do have a lot you can convert to green gems. Holy cow, 19 freaking gems. So what you could do is you could just fill the gosh dang board up, like you would for Hulk Hogan or something like that, and just, see what happens. See if those get left, huh? Oh, gosh dang, I already screwed that up. Okay, so then we'll do the 3. All right, so now you're loaded out. Obviously, you can be more strategic than I was on that one. So now you're loaded, and now this is reloaded somehow too. I must have messed that up. Cool. So then you go into the sub. It is 6 turns, and we're doing how much each turn now? 394, 394, 394. So about 4 million each turn, give or take, right? Is that what we had it at? Let's see, 304, 394, 394, 8304. Yeah, so 4 million per turn for 6 turns. It's not really that much at all. But then you hit the finisher. You take advantage of the buff, the 200% on the green gems, and he is subbed down. So that's 28 million. So all said and done, within one cycle, we did about 56 million. So it's not bad. I mean, again, kind of the same as this second moveset with that. I don't prefer that one, but it does exist. So there's that one. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And then let's take a look at the bleed build to kind of finish him out. All right, the last build is the bleed build. This is my favorite bleed move in the entire game. I don't remember what it used to be, if this is better or not. I'm just going to look at it for what it is. But the two-handed bulldog, deal damage, choose a 1x3 area to swap into yellow gems, then deal damage and increase your green MP by 6. This is where this makes sense, right? So you do have to do this move a couple times, even to load this. So we'll take a look at why that is, how that works, but you'll get it quick. So this is a 6 MP growing kick, deal damage, and bleed. It's my favorite. It's a kick in the nuts and they bleed. 700k bleed for 2 turns. Wish that were at least 3. Double arm DDT finisher. You've seen multiple times now. Deal damage, increase your green gem damage if they're powerhouses, etc. Entourage, you're going all bleed because this is a 1 MP move to load it. So with the basic bleed trainers that are fairly well more available, you're doing about 2.3 million bleed times 2, so about 5 million, not that much at all. Or if you have the big boys here, Apollo and Ray, you're doing about 3.7 million bleed. So I'm going to show it to you this way because I want, if it's not worth doing at this level, it's not worth doing at the other. But these are the trainers for your free-to-play or more free-to-play setup. And then like the other one, this moment right here has bleed do 200% more damage on it. So yeah, that's going to add to some things. And then there's nothing else with this, right? Yeah, I just wanted to make sure there's no hidden bleed in that one. So the way this is going to work, you need the Booyaka plate. break yellow, get purple, right? So 1 MP purple move. So every time you break the yellow gems, you're going to reload your purple, which is going to allow you to break yellow gems, which is going to reload your purple. So literally you could cycle these two endlessly. And then this also reloads the double arm DDT. So as long as you can hit this move twice, which you're going to hit it twice very easily, then you can always end on the finisher. So it's just a gamble on how many times you can keep hitting these before you hit the finisher. I mean, it's pretty straightforward that way. I don't know of an ultimate plate that really, I mean, break yellow, get green. Like, you're not breaking enough gems on that side of it to really trigger much. The finisher, if you hit, I mean, sorry, for these two moves, the finisher, obviously, yes, you could put a green Royal Rumble plate in there if you had an extra one. You know, it's a decent place. Or one of the Turtles plates would also work as well. So, yeah, you could totally do it that way. So we're going to hit this. This is going to go boop, and then we're going to hopefully be able to just keep spamming that spot. Nope, frick. See, we already had an accident. Awesome. So we're only going to get 1 bleed match out of this. Yeah, it's still that spot that's the best. Okay, so now we're loaded. Yeah, this sucks. So we literally get the bleed at 5 million for 2 turns. So it's 10 million bleed. Almost nothing. The highest we could have got it was 1 more shot. So basically, 15 million at top end? If we got it, if we could have matched it 1 more set of times, then we would have done it. So it would have been 10 million. When it stacks on itself, and then you're going to do the finisher. So it's just not a lot of damage. It's just not very good at this point. The botch setup the first setup we did was way better. Yeah, we did get him because he was bleeding out a little bit, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's distinctly fine, but it's not good. From that side of things. That is the one, though, that has the most creative moveset, and I've always liked the way it played. I've always wanted that bleed to be dominant because, my goodness. But that was running it with the best trainers, too. So with the lesser trainers, you're barely doing damage on the bleed. It's just like, it is so weak comparatively. You know, you're getting 4 million times 2. That's only 8 million. When you're talking about going up against people with 170 million health, that's not even worth considering. So, yeah, what do I think of Socko's rework? I mean, that one build that we did hit for 80 million. That's pretty darn good. No longer in the top tier range, but it's the closest to it I've seen from the reworks that they've done, like the Rusevs and the, Alistair Zombie and all that kind of stuff. Will I continue to use this guy after this month? No, I mean almost certainly no. The technicians, like, he's not meant to be top tier anymore. He's an older poster. He's A tier. He's he is what he is, right? He's better. He's definitely better than what he was. But the male techs in this game, there are so many top tier that this guy can't even sniff their socks, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's it for this one. Sorry, I meant to talk to you doing nope, wrong one. This version right here. Anyways, so yeah, I don't think this is a bad rework at all. I think it's just fine. Like, this is where a rework probably should be if they're going to rework characters, especially older characters like there. We still at this point don't have a super good Mankind in the game, so probably down the road it would be nice if we did get a new McFoley that was actually up there where he should be. But it is what it is, and it's fine the way it is. So yeah, enjoy him. He was reworked for free, so it's good. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and then keep coming back. So we do about 2 videos per day, way more than that at the start of each MLC and whenever there's new characters. And you can always find the 3-minute movesets, and hopefully they're helpful enough that you'll share them with your friends or faction mates. So that's it again. It's been a long day. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.